Okay, you're good to go.
Okay. Thank you all for joining us here today for a Parks Development update from Adam Moore, or Natalie, Milwaukee's Parks Development Coordinator. As a reminder, we're using the last few minutes of the monthly PARB meeting for process updates for members of PARB, invited boards and liaisons, and the public on development of Bowman, Brae, Balfour, and Scott Parks. This item is informational only, and larger public engagement opportunities with the community will be scheduled at other times and shared with this group and posted on the city website. Members of the community are welcome to listen into PARB meetings, hear about important upcoming dates and processes, and can email any questions to parkprojects@milwaukieoregon.gov for staff to follow up with them. We appreciate the interest and participation from everyone present and encourage them to stay engaged as the Parks development process proceeds. Parks updates can also be found at milwaukeeoregon.gov/parkprojects. Questions asked to staff at tonight's meeting may require staff to follow up individually or at next month's meeting. Questions may be sent to staff ahead of PARB meetings and staff will attempt to answer them at upcoming meetings. Specific requests related to boards, commissions, and associations may require a special meeting with that group to address. Please reach out to staff to discuss. These meetings will be recorded and available on the city's YouTube channel.
Adam was mentioning, he's like, we got to figure out a way to shorten that. So thanks, Allie.
No problem.
Yeah, so hi, everyone. My name is Natalie. I'm going to be reading an update from Adam Moore, our Parks Development Coordinator. He sent this to me and he is unable to attend today, but you're always welcome to reach out to him at parkprojects@milwaukeeoregon.gov. So to preface all of this, Adam will be giving a much more robust update to our city council on Tuesday, June 7th. So if folks are interested in learning more, we really recommend that you watch that council session, check out the staff reports, everything's available on our city calendar. So for Scott Park update, so thanks to Virginia for volunteering her time at the May 1st event. If we are going to continue to do more robust events that match our public involvement plan, we'll need more support from PARB and NDAs in the future. So if folks are available, please consider volunteering. Wonderful event on the 1st. Thanks to everyone who came out, Ben, Gary, Martine, Heather, and many others who were there. We filled up 13 sign-in sheets and ran out of food twice. So credit to John Huntington, our equity program manager, for his good idea to have food at the event and then also have the event during the farmers market and the Friends of Letting Library event. Also thanks to John, Jennifer Lee, who's our public works admin specialist, myself, Peter Passarelli, our public works director, Katie, our library director, Jana from our library, and Kim for working at the event. And he also says, please give a warm honk to Amber Olson for her amazing portrayal of Millie the Goose. If folks did not see her walking around the event, it was fantastic. Millie is a thing of wonder. Results of the feedback from the event and the online survey will be available at the council presentation on Tuesday. Our next Scott Park event will be more of a traditional planning meeting, though still in line with our project plan, engagement plan, and many of the details are being worked out currently. We're probably looking at an evening event during the weekday, the week of August 1st, likely to be held at the library. There are going to be focus groups related to our parks development process. Consultants will be conducting focus groups that convene residents with disabilities, Black or African American residents, Spanish speaking, Latinx community members. City staff will also do outreach at our Juneteenth events and Pride events. Our Juneteenth event, by the way, is happening on June 4th, and that is down at that is at our water tower. No, it's not June 4th. Sorry, it's happening on June 19th, related to June 19th at our water tower park, and our Pride event is happening on June 4th at the Plaza downtown. Let's see, where am I? Okay, here we go. Staff will also do outreach and potentially focus groups with the Hillside Manor development, as well as other housing complexes near project parks. City staff will do pop-up outreach at the farmers market, parks, and other events as available. For Bowman, Brae, and Balfour, so existing conditions for both parks were being wrapped up. Infiltration testing was completed at the parks last week, and now planning first round of engagements at those parks. The goal is to have open houses with food, although we'll need support of NDA and PARB members to make those happen. Adam will be reaching out to the NDAs to discuss more. And then he did ask a few discussion items. So are there any concerns? So we're planning on having the Balfour open house the week of July 18th and the Bowman Brae open house the week of July 25th. So if there are concerns with that, you're welcome to either raise your hand now or reach out to Adam and directly. We would encourage people to roll or stroll down to the park. So city staff will be saving some parking spots near the parks for those with mobility issues. Since the parks are undeveloped and inaccessible in places, we want to be especially courteous to that and aware. Online surveys will also be available, and other events will also be more accessible. We could at these events have fun activities and food, but we want to be essentially respectful of the neighborhood setting. Unlike, Scott Park was more unique in that it was in our downtown corridor. We're going to be performing outreach with postcards, but that would likely be to smaller areas within either a quarter mile or a half mile of the parks. And Adam's going to be asking NDAs for helps with personal invites as well. So essentially, future events at Balfour and Bowman Brae, I think we're still intending on having more engagement opportunities at those locations. We just want to be really considerate of the setting around them and also right sizing the events for the neighborhoods. I think Adams also was just wanting to put the bug in everyone's ear about making sure if you're available that as PARB members that we can help and volunteer during the events. Particularly as everyone, starts to enjoy the spring and summer, and we can actually get outside and enjoy our time together. And if there's any questions, or I'm happy to try to address them as myself, but a lot of these you might want to direct to Adam, and you can either ask him tonight, and I'll just make sure that he gets them and he can address them at the next meeting, or you can always reach out to Adam directly. And that's what I have from him. So maybe I'll pause for a second in case there are questions.
Natalie, can you repeat which park was which week?
Yes. So open houses at Balfour the week of July 18th and Bowman Brae the week of July 25th.
Perfect.
And I don't think there's any set dates for those, but that's kind of the time window where we'd be looking at an evening event during the week. And by the way, Heather, I'll send you this information.
Perfect.
All right. Well, if there's no questions with that, I'm going to pass it back over to Ben to close out the meeting.
Thanks, Natalie. Thanks, everybody, for participating today. If there are no further questions, comments, thanks for hanging out for 5 more minutes. And do I have a motion to end the meeting? Do I have to do that? Or can I just say meeting's over? Okay. I have a motion to end the meeting.
I make a motion to close the meeting.
I have a second.
Yeah, I second it.
Any opposed? Okay. Good night, you all, and see you next month.